Yeah, in continuation to the last class where we've seen about creating a sales scenario using the options in the calculation view, I would like to touch on the union option. We have not seen the union option now. Union operator in the calculation view. Say, look at this scenario. Now I've got three calculation views, which are actually giving me sales data for a particular region. Say, if I go to AMR, it is actually giving me sales data. Oh, oh, oh. Hmm. One second. Okay, so let me just create them. So let's say I have a calculation view for each of the specific region. Hmm. ZCV, KMA, and SECU. I'm going to take a projection without start join. I just take gross amount and then quantity, then company name, country region. And I just want to apply a filter on the region. And then take it to the aggregation. So I'm getting to see data only for AM years. Okay. Same thing I would copy. I'm going to create one more sales view for Asia Pacific. It's all same, and I'm just going to change the filter. I'm going to say APJ. So this is going to show me data for APJ. I want to create one more view. EMEA. I'll edit this filter. Okay, that's enough. Three regions. So assume that each of the I've got three views. Each of the views giving sales data for a different region. Okay. Now let's say I would like to combine all of these three views and project it as a global sales. Okay. How do I do this? So I'll say create calculation view.
Union.
Union. Yeah. Q. I take projection of AMR. They take projection of Asia Pacific, and I take projection of EMEA. Then I'm going to apply union from all this. So I take the union operator. And the union operator can have n number of operands. You can combine n number of objects using union. Okay. If I go to union, I'm going to see these three projections. Sorry, I've not selected anything. So get to the union. I've got three projections. Each one is coming from a different region. I can rename them if you want. I can say rename AM year, APJ, EMEA. So I've got three nodes, and then if I just click this, it does do the automatic mapping. So you take gross amount from all the three, quantity from all the three nodes, company name, country name, region name from all the three nodes. Then get this to the aggregation. Aggregated nodes, and this is a normal output. That's it. So Chitra, we are discussing calculation views, union operator. Okay. So if I just go to the content of it, you get to see regions for sales data for AMER, Asia Pacific, as well as EMEA. So that's like union operator. So next, I would like to go on with the rank operator. How do I use the rank operator? Okay. So let's provide ranking. Let's see how. Cube. I take the projection of the sales view, just gross amount and quantity, company name, country and region. That's fine. So it's just going to project this. So I'm not applied filter, so it's going to give me data for all the regions. So now I use rank operator. Now what I want is, I would like to do ranking. I want to get the top three customers. Okay. I would like to get only the top three customers for each of the region. So just connect this output to the rank node. So what is that you want is, I would like to have, just select all these columns. Uh, then what I do is, first thing what I want is, I would like to see top three customers in each of the regions. So first there's something called partition column. This is like Windows function. So I would like to partition the data based on the region. Then I would like to order the data based on the gross amount. Okay. And then what is that? You want top threshold top three, you want fix, or you can make it input parameter also here. Okay. I'll go with top three. That's it. And then connect this to the aggregation node. So this is the same like Windows function rank operation. Okay. So in EMEA, I see top three. In Asia Pacific, I see three people. AMER, I see three. But Africa, I see only one because there is only one customer. So it just shows only top one. Like this, first it has partitioned the data based on the region. Then it has done the sorting based on the gross amount. Then it has given me the top three customers from each of the regions. Like this, we can leverage rank function. Okay. Okay. Next, script-based calculation view. If you remember, I told you we can create calculation view based on scripting, or you can even create calculation view based on graphical mode. So till now we've been seeing about creating calculation with graphical. Now let me show how do we create calculation with scripting based. Let's say my requirement is this. Say cubics tables. I don't know what was the table. I don't know. This in cubics July. Mm, this one HREMP. Let's say this is my requirement. HREMP. We have company code. We have year, number of employees, and company name. Let's say you are supposed to give me a query which gives me for each of this company code. I would like to see number of employees first. You remember how do you write it? Select. Mm. I will select company code, company name, year. Mm. Company code. Okay. Company code. Okay. Mm. Then year one. I don't need year. I just want company name. I want company name. Then I just want the number of employees. So we use the Windows function. First val of what is this? Field number of employees. NOEMP over. We got to use Windows over partition. Partition by company code and company name. Sorry. Order by
Descending, right? This one you have to take.
order by year one descending. Okay. So first we have to specify the partition class. Then we specify the order by class. And I name this as number of employees. Say from this table. Feature not supported. Windows function line number 3. First underscore value. One second.
So do we keep order by in the parenthesis?
This is first value. Okay. Invalid column name year one. Okay. So it's getting duplicate. So what I do is I say distinct, right? Okay. The same logic. What are the logic I wanted to do with the select like this with this Windows function first value all this? I cannot when I want to use this function like distinct or Windows functions. I cannot really implement this logic with graphical model Windows. So I want to, let's say I want to build a view which can give me this output from this table. This is a table.
Sir, I have a doubt here.
One second, one second. I have a table like this, and my requirement is to give the output as for this company. What is my number of employees? To do this, I cannot achieve this with the graphical modeling. When I want to use a keyword like distinct, or when I want to use this Windows function like first value, I cannot implement that with the graphical modeling. In these kind of special cases, when I want to use a keyword distinct or first value, all this, I have to implement with SQL scripting only. Okay. Yeah. Tell me what is the doubt. What is the doubt? Ah, okay, you got it. Okay, fine.
So I got one question. Can we pull the SQL script in graphical mode similar to
I'll do
like a
that.
SQL function in?
Let me finish this. I'll show you everything. Okay. Now, so what I would like to implement this same concept in calculation view, but I cannot implement that with graphical view. So I'll have to go with scripting based. This exact scenario when they ask you when you went for scripting, you can use the same scenario first. Okay. Create calculation view. I'll say ZCV employees HR EMP SQL. So it's cube, but the type is going to be SQL script. Case sensitive is true. Okay, good. False. Finish. So it take me to script based view. In the script view node, you always have the entire declaration. We have a default output table as var underscore out. Take this out and copy your code here. Copy the SQL statement here. So this SQL statement, select company code, company name, first value, yeah, and end with a semicolon. So we're going to have the three columns in the output: number of employees. We're going to have company code, company name. So let me declare the output table. We have this output table var underscore out, and we need to declare the structure of this var underscore out here with the columns. Right click create. I can type in the column names, or I can also import from HREMP table. HREMP. I can search for the table. I want company code first. Sequence should match. Then company name. Then employees. Say finish. And this column name is not NOEMP. If you see, the third column is number of employees. It has to be with this column name. I can edit that. Edit the columns. It was supposed to be a number of employees. That's it. So these are the three columns in the output. Where what are the columns you declare here? That will define the structure of my output table var underscore out. Here you just write the script to just fill the table. So I've just written this, and that's it. This auto assign company code, all this. This is a measure. I understand this. Fine. And then say activate this. The views failed because insufficient privileges not authorized. Okay. Actually, what happens is from which of the schema you're accessing the table, that schema we must grant access with that schema to sysray purpose. Anytime, whenever you're doing modeling on a schema, whenever you're doing modeling on a table which is used in particular schema, that schema must be accessed by sysrepo. So you must grant. So QX July is a new schema, so we have not granted it. So I'm going to grant select on schema QX July to sysrepo with grant option. That's it. Once I grant access to that sysrepo, I can start using it. Then now activate it. Now display the contents. So I have a calculation, script-based calculation, which is giving me this. So this logic you will not be able to implement with graphical modeling. So whenever you have such scenarios which you cannot implement with graphical modeling, you will implement that with SQL script calculation views. Okay, script-based calculation view. Now,
Sir, here year one is not displaying.
I'm not showing year one, right? Because my number of employees is not concerned with year. What is employees as of today? I'm not showing years.
Okay, but internally it should order by year one. That's it.
Exactly.
But it should not display in the output.
Exactly.
Is it?
That's all. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. So I have the script-based calculation view. Now the question is, I have the script. Let me just create. Okay. Let that be there. Now, can I use this script-based calculation view into graphical views? See, now my question is, first question is, can I use calculation view into another calculation view?
Yes.
Yes. Now, if I am trying to create a calculation view, which is graphical, ZCV test something. Okay. And then I want to use what are the script-based calculation I created? I just want to use this one. I'm using script-based calculation into this. I'm able to use script-based calculation view into this. Like graphical, I'm able to use script-based calculation view also into this, okay, into graphical modeling. Now the question is this script-based? If I double click, it is showing it me as script-based, right? Now, can I migrate this script-based calculation view into graphical views? Question is, can we convert, once I implement the scripting, can I convert this script-based calculation view into graphical? Yes, how do I do this? Now, look at this, double click on the SQL view. If you drop down this, there is something save as and migrate as. If I say migrate, this view itself gets converted as graphical. If I say save as, it will store this copy like this. It creates another copy of this view and then migrates the other copy. So I'll prefer save as. Instead of Z, I'll just say SQL to graph. So what it does is, it will ask you for the new, so it will have the old view like that. It creates a copy of that view with the new name. And then how it is going, the logic of converting the scripting into graphical is, it implements the entire logic of scripting as a table defined function and then migrates it completely. Table function. Remember, table functions ZCVHR in SQL. Okay, good. Okay. Done, right? If that is done, if I close, I should have another copy of it. What is it? This one, right? ZCVHR EMP SQL to graph. This is the view, it creates a copy. And it is trying to convert this as a graphical view by using the source object as table function. Look at this. What is this? Cubex July models table function so and so. But when I activate this, it cannot get activated because the table function is not activated. Because the table function is still not active. We cannot activate table function here. So to activate table function, I have to go to HANA native HANA development mode. Go to the repositories. say checkout. Now go to Product Explorer. You can use some project. Repository content. You see QBX July models. See, this is a table function here. You see all the calculations. This is a table function. Double click on the table function. You have to activate it from the HANA development bus. Just click on this. Say activate. Or you can just right click. Now it is activated bus. Now I can get back to modeler. This is a table function. Function so and so returns table return var underscore out. So this is a table function. Okay. Now if I activate this view, it will get activated. See now. So now the table function is activated, so I can have this graphic. So now like this, I can convert the script-based calculation view to graphical also. So QBX July models. This is SQL based. I still have the view scripting. This is the one which is migrated completely from scripting based to graphical, which is basically converting the logic as a table function. This is about graphical and the script based. Then there is a concept called semantics. I'll take without star join and I copy this.
Yeah. I have a question, sir. So is there a scenario where we have to do this migration of script to graphical view?
Not necessarily, right? Because if you want to use it in the graphical, I can straight away use it as a normal SQL view itself, right? Yeah. But if you want to reuse the same logic in multiple graphical, then I can export that as a table function and start using the table function in n number of views. Right?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Next is something semantics. Semantics is nothing but providing more meaning towards that column or more detailed information about that column. For example, say, let me just activate this B. So if I see this, I'm getting to see this gross amount, net amount, or tax amount, or quantity. But does it make sense to see quantity without unit of measure? One what? One piece or kgs or liters, bags, or what is it? A gross amount, when I see gross amount 1,137, what is it? Is it dollars or rupees or euros or what is it? Does not make sense, right? So I would like to define more meaning towards that column. I have this columns, quantity unit, which says it's going to be quantity, and this I've got a currency column. I've got to associate them with those measures. How do I do this? Now first I'll say I have currency code. I have currency column, which I'll say is a semantic saying it is a currency code. This column is going to hold currency codes. I have quantity unit. I can define semantic saying this is going to hold unit of measures. Unit of measures. I can also define semantic saying I have a date, I think. I have created date. I can say this is explicitly a more semantics. I can define saying this is a date field. Date with business date or geo latitude or what. I can say it's a date. So that it can have some properties associated when it is treated as date field, system understands that more meaning towards that column. Yeah? Then I would like to associate saying I've got gross amount. I would like to say this is just an amount, but amount associated with the currency. Let's go in. I'll say this is an amount with currency code. What is the currency code? Currency field. Column. Which column is it? Currency. This is the currency column for it. Same way, net amount is amount with currency code. Amount associated with currency, which is the currency column. Same way for tax. I can have single currency column associated with multiple measures here. Same thing, I have quantity associated with unit of measure. Quantity. Now let's see how does it show up. Go to countries, raw data. Now look at this. You get to see amount with currency: 1,137 euros, 956 euros, 181 euros, one each piece, one piece. Like this, we can use semantics and define more meaning towards that columns. Good. And the same semantics can be leveraged to perform currency conversion and unit conversion. Same semantics can be leveraged for performing currency conversion and unit conversion. Let me show currency conversion first. So to perform currency conversion, to convert the value from one currency to another currency, you have to specify a schema here. In the view properties, it asks me what is the default schema. So you got to specify a schema which has got all the currency relevant tables. So I'm going to say HANA demo. Let me activate. It is we're going to specify all the so we got to specify a schema which has got all the currency relevant tables. Now I've got HANA demo tables. So they've given me some tables for this currency, CurX, because these are the tables which will hold all the currency codes and the exchange rates. So these tables, CurC, CurF, CurN, CurT, CurV, CurW, CurX, these tables are necessary for the calculation engine to perform currency conversion. So you got to choose a schema which is, but my engine will expect these tables with the naming as tcurc, but the table name here is SAP underscore HANA.demo content so and so, right? So what I've done, I've created synonyms saying tcurc is a synonym for this table. So I've just created a synonym so that my engine can leverage these synonyms for conversions. So I'll just say now once I specify the schema here, default schema, I can do conversion. So I'll go with, let's say I will convert gross amount. Semantics, amount with currency code. This is a currency column. I would like to perform conversion, so select the checkbox conversion. Schema for currency conversion is so and so. Session client, let's say what is the client I should use. Let's say I can say 000 this time, or you can say session client. Source currency is the given currency. Target currency I would like to choose. I can choose USD, or I can also go with input parameters. All the parameters can be made dynamic by using input parameter here. But I'm going with fixed value as USD. I'm going with USD. Exchange rate type. You got to choose all this. What exchange rate I would like to use 103 historical exchange rate or something. Conversion date. What is the specific date you have to use? I'll say 2001. So that has to be exchange rate. You don't have to worry about exchange rate. That's it. And upon failure, it has to say ignore that. Now look at the value, it gets converted. If you go to the right, you see this is being converted. It was like 1,100 something. Now it is converted to USD dollars. Like this, you can perform currency conversion. Same way, we can also perform unit conversion, but I don't have the corresponding table. Now, to perform unit conversion, calculus engine will need a schema which will have the tables, 3 tables actually. TW6, TW6A and TW6B. Since I don't have the B table, I cannot perform, but still I'll show how to do this. So I want to convert this unit quantity. Say conversion, on our demo, system client, say 000 if you don't want. Target client, you can choose unit of measures. I would like to go with kgs or something. Upon failure, ignore. Okay. It fails because it does not have this table. TW6B is needed. These are the standard tables in SAP system which are expected. So it says TW6D is not available. That's why I cannot do. But that is how you do unit conversion. Okay. And all these conversions can be made dynamic by using input parameters. Okay. And then we have some view properties which you have to look at. So this data category, and then run with, and this data category is cube or blank or dimension, you know that. Run with the definers, right, and invokers, rights, authorizations. We'll see that. Then there's something called default client. There's something called session client or cross client. Suppose if you're using client dependent tables, because most of your tables in SAP will be client dependent tables with mandate as a column. So client dependent tables. So if you want to view the data only for a specific client which you are logged in, then you'll say session client. If you want to see data for all the clients, you will go with cross client. Okay. Then this is a default schema which you specify, which needs the schema which needs to be referred for currency conversion or unit conversions. And this is privileges. This is privileges. And for enable history and all this, I will give one video which will help you to make you understand on that. I think that's pretty much. Then there's something called hierarchies. We can also build hierarchies here, level-based hierarchies or parent-child hierarchies. Just say create. Geo hierarchy. So we can go with level-based or parent-child based. Level-based means if you want to have one attribute at each level of the hierarchy. Let's say I've got level 1, level 2, level 3. For each level, I'm fitting the values of particular attribute, then it is level-based. If it is parent-child, let's say you have the values which is linked as parent and child, then you go with parent-child hierarchy. Let's say I want level-based. I want to go with, like, say, region. Then I would like to have country. Then I would like to have city. Then I would like to have company name. So I can just build hierarchy like this and then say OK. Activate. And this hierarchy cannot be consumed by BO with normal WebB or something. Only which is connected through MDX query through BIX that can be accessing this hierarchy. For example, if it is Design Studio, which is connecting to HANA through overlap connections, it can consume this hierarchy space. So this is about the calculation view, what I want to touch. Today I'm going to upload apart from this today's recording class, I'm going to upload one more video which will make you understand about something called instantiation process. How calculation view is getting executed, and there's something called history table. So with that, we are pretty much done with the calculation view. And I want to touch on the privileges. Now what I want to do is, let's say QBX July. Let me just create this address. YCV address security. So this is my, let's say I've just created this view, and this view is able to give me data for multiple regions. I have this data which is able to give me data for multiple regions. If you see the data, EMEA, EMER, Asia Pacific, all this. So what I want is, I would like to control my user data level security. When certain user looks at this view, he should be able to see data only for Asia Pacific. How do I control that? By using privileges. Now right click on this package, say new. There's an option called analytical privileges. First, what you do is you just go to the view, make sure the property classical privilege is selected. Okay, and then that's fine. Now you can say right click, say new, not new, say new analytical privilege, set AP region APJ. I'll go to classical privilege, create new. For which view you want this to be controlling the view. This is the view. I want this view to be controlled. What is the validity? Add greater than or equal to also. Greater than or equal. This is a date. From which date this is valid? I'll give yesterday's date. So from yesterday this is valid. On which field you would like to build the restriction on region? What is the region value? Fixed equal to or not equal to whatever I can say, equal to A shape S. Activate. So this is my privilege bus. Now I have security. So we go to security and we create a new user so that that user will have access to only this. I have Cubex user 3 already. So I just create this user. With orbit privileges, I give him repository rest as the procedure, and then Cubex schema. Let me add Cubex July also. And on Cubex July, you should have access to select. That's it. I give access to sysBA, sysB, Cubex July, and then repository rest on our demo, from where you're actually reading the tables from. Then analytical privileges, I will remove this and I'll give my own YAP. YAP or ZAP? That is ZAP. This is my analytical privilege. I'm just giving this analytical privilege to the user. Packages, he's got Cubex June. Now I'm going to give him Cubex July. So I give him access to this Cubex July package. You can read, import other objects also. Yes, for everything. Complete alterations on the package. Password. Activate. Now user is ready. Now let me connect this system with the different user. This is system user, right? Let me add the same system with a different user, Cubex 3. Cubex user 03. Mm. Okay. Now when I when I log in with this user, when I go to content, I only see the package QX July only. And when he goes to this calculation view and looks at this view, looks at the data preview, you should see data only for Asia Pacific. Like this, we can control data level I can create another privilege where you can another user will have different region. Like this, we can create users which will have data. We can control data level security based on the region or based on the column values. We can control the authorizations. That is one. I've just created a static one. If I go to privilege here, QX July, I just created a static one. Means I fixed it. Or you can also make it dynamic by using procedure also. I can create a dynamic authorizations by using procedure, which I'll upload that as a video. You can see how it is done. So this is about analytical privileges where you can control data level security. So I'll be uploading two videos, one for the calculation view instantiation process and one for the procedure. How do we make dynamic analytical privileges, which is not required in the real time because you don't do that, but still to have an idea about the privileges or data level security, we can do this. Okay. So with this we'll be done with the. And one more thing I wanted to show. I told you in the previous versions we used to create attribute view and analytical view, right? So how do we basically migrate them? For example, say I create one attribute view here. Assume we don't worry about creating attribute, but if it is already there, AT customer. It's a data foundation, and then I take that. And I would like to join this page on the address ID. Activated. That's my attribute view. Let's create one analytical view. Let me take the data foundation of sales data. That's enough. Sales order ID, partner ID, then gross amount, net amount, tax amount. That's enough. Okay. He'll have star gen. In the star gen, I'll use that attribute view. I'll connect that on the partner ID. Activate. So now I've got analytical view and attribute views. Okay, let's say historically the system was developed, HANA was developed, and where they actually leveraged this attribute views and analytical views. Now I need to migrate them to calculation views. So how do I do this? View perspective, reset perspective. So in the quick view, if you go in, you will see something called migrate. You see an option called migrate here. Just click this migrate option. Select the system user. What is it you want? You want to migrate attribute view and analytical view to calculation views or script-based calculation to graphical? I want to migrate attribute view and analytical views to calculation views. Where is it available? In QX July, I've got models, this is the attribute view I would like to migrate. This analytical view I would like to migrate. So you want to make a copy and migrate. You want to hold this as it is, and then I say I want copy and migrate. Migrate into, you can select the package in where it has to migrate. QX July trialize. Okay. Activate objects after migration. So it is running. Done. If this is done, I should have a copy of. If I just refresh this, so I'll have this attribute view, article view as it is without disturbing them. It creates a copy of them in the trial calculation views. Two YAN sales and YAT customer. These are actually an attribute view and article view which are migrated as calculation views, and they're activated, and they're able to give me the data. You can see this. Straight away you're able to plug and play them. They can start giving results. These are calculations. Like this, we can migrate even the historically created attribute views and analytical views also as calculations. Okay, done. So this is about, and I'm going to stop it here. And apart from today's class, I'm going to append two more videos. One for the instantiation process, which explains you how calculation engine is executed, and then other options, which will, with this we're done with the calculation views. So tomorrow we're going to start with the data provisioning. Like here, how do we extract data from different applications and load into HANA database? Nothing but, see now I've got HANA demo schema. I don't know how this data was brought in into these tables. So these tables have got some data. We don't know how this data was brought in from different applications. So we need to see how do we provision the data from different applications into HANA database from tomorrow. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you.
So